how did you find Vedanta, and what does Vedanta mean to you?
I came to Vedanta close to 20 years ago. I had a very strong religious upbringing, was raised Catholic. I wanted to be a saint when I was a little girl. I truly did. And then I became discouraged and with religion as my later teen years. I think I was looking for religion to make me happy, and I wanted outside things, an outside experience. So I was involved in prayer meetings and things like that when most of my friends were out drinking beer and things like that. But I became discouraged because I was feeling sort of empty inside, because what I was looking for was an outside experience rather than a spiritual experience. And from that point, I just became an atheist for maybe about 25 years. And then I went to a Vedanta temple, not this one, but another one nearby, Ananda Ashrama, up in La Crescenta. I went there to a memorial service for a woman I knew who passed away, and she had been a devotee there. I didn't know anything about it, and at that time I was still an atheist. And not long after that, maybe a year and a half or 2 years, I really had a spiritual awakening. And one morning I had a thought, Ananda Ashrama. And so I went up there. It was a Sunday morning, and I went up there for the talk. And that was when I first really noticed Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother and Swami Vivekananda. And it was an intense, sort of a visceral experience for me, and I felt I was home. At that point, I didn't know about the philosophy of Vedanta, but I felt that I was in the right place. From that point on, I would go to talks there, and then I became aware of the Hollywood Temple. I was living very close to the Hollywood Temple, and I started coming to, and I started reading. I started reading about Ramakrishna, I started reading the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, and I was finding a spiritual home. As I said earlier, I had that feeling, but then I was finding it through my mental capacity. I was still exploring different faiths, but what I found with Vedanta, as someone who was raised Christian, raised Catholic in particular, I found that the Catholic faith I was raised in became enriched by learning about Vedanta. I found a new understanding of Christ as I learned about Lord Shiva, and a new understanding of the Blessed Virgin as I became aware of the Divine Mother and Holy Mother and all of her incarnations. So for me, Vedanta was sort of a coming home. And one thing that means a lot to me with Vedanta, as I've heard our Maharaj Swami Sarvadevananda say, is that we don't make you believe in anything. There is no creed here. I don't have to say, I believe in this and this, and I will follow that and that. But it's what we believe is in the unity of all faiths. As Sri Ramakrishna taught, there are many paths, and they will all get us to the same place. So it's the unity of religion, the unity of spirituality. And as I've studied more, gotten deeper into Vedanta philosophy from the Vedas, is learning that it's not just our beliefs that are one, but that we are truly one, because we are united in Brahman. It's a study that can go on, and what I try to do is just think of practicing it in my daily life of respecting all beings and trying to treat them as the divine. And that's one of the big teachings that I've gotten from here that helps me face each day. It helps me face the big changes in the world outside, and it helps me change, live with just the stresses of day-to-day living. So for me, I find that the Vedanta philosophy is perfectly attuned to Western life, and I'm very grateful that I've found it.